Fam, what's up? How's everybody doing tonight? This is a special show. This is Monday Night Talk on Bama Football on YouTube. There's a lot of transfer portal news. Figure we'd do a show in the evening just to kind of recap things. An open forum, if you will. All right, so I appreciate you guys being here. Toast, what's up? Toast to the good times. Toast to you and to all the amazing Alabama football fans out there. Give me a roll tide inside the comment box. Tonight on the show, we are talking little transfer portal. Really, all transfer portal. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know where you guys are watching from inside the comment box. It's always good to see where you guys are coming from. I know a lot of you guys can't jump on my morning show because you guys are working, right? Me too. I get it. But I appreciate you guys. This is the evening crew, all right? So give a roll tide up in the comment box. So I saw an update earlier today. You know, this is something that has been kind of cooking, right? So you're like, get to the transfer portal news. Just Demetrius, man. What's up, Demetrius? Look at the evening crew. T, say what's up.
Hello, everyone.
Yo, the evening crew. Yo, I've been missing you guys, all right? And I think we need to start cooking up some evening shows. Thumbs up if you guys want more evening shows. Because we have our daily live at 10 a.m., but I know based on life, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? It gets busy. And I'm not mad at anybody. So here's kind of a recap of where we stand right now with the transfer portal tracker. So if you're out there and you're like, man, who's been in the transfer portal? How can, you know, where? Let's start with the players that have entered the portal from Alabama, okay? And I saw Nitro Tuggle. We'll talk about a couple guys. We're getting some thumbs up. Yeah, the guys like the evening show. Of course, I appreciate you guys being here. All right, so Caleb Odom, he's in the portal. I got a video coming up at 9 tonight talking about, like, what was the real reason that he left? Danny Lewis, tight end. Hunter Osborne this morning. Jaheim Otis way earlier in the beginning of the season. Jalil Hurley out of Florence, Alabama. Keanu Coe, we know, you drive fast, get pulled over. Ask all the Georgia Bulldogs, right? Kendrick Law, wide receiver. Some of these hurt, and it's like, I'm not going to be the type of person that, like, hates on these guys once they left. Like, I think you wish them the best. You kind of, some guys, look, it's just a talent thing. They weren't going to play. Sometimes I feel like guys left a little bit too early. In the transfer portal, you start having people behind you be like, you can play here, you can play there. No, Josh, how is that the cartoon? I love The Simpsons. How is it turning out? Is it looking pretty good? But, like, man, Kendrick Law, he only scored one touchdown here during 3 years. Jason Dill is asking if Milroe's coming back. People have told me he's coming back. I have no idea if he's coming back. What else would he prove? Do you think if he comes back next year, there's going to be a dramatic difference? I don't think so. Like, Jalen Milroe is who Jalen Milroe is, and I think he needs to go to the NFL. But he is going to make that decision and that announcement. So, and I know there's a Facebook site that gets a lot of fake views, but he has not announced anything. So let him and his agent do that. And that's it. But we have no idea if Milroe is staying, going, if he's opting out. We have no idea on that. He hasn't said anything. Last night at the team awards, he won MVP of the team, him and Tyler Booker. All right. So here's where things stand. To be honest, I don't see like one transfer guy that I've seen right here, and I'm like, damn, oh my goodness, the guy left. Do you guys? Like, man, it hurts Kobe leaving. Kendrick Law hurts. Even Keanu Coe, I thought he could have developed. Miles McVay, I thought he could have turned into something too. Caleb Odom, that stings because you kind of look at the long term. But guys come in, guys move out. So a name to know, and I said this on a video earlier. This is your homework, okay? We're going to do transfer portal homework, okay? So I got some homework for you guys. 2 things. 2 assignments. T, can you get the 2 assignments, okay? Can you write this down? It's important stuff. 2 assignments. Welcome to Professor Henderson's class of the transfer portal. All right. 2 things that I have for you. Oh, if Richard Young left, man, we'd have to open up the adult beverages, right? We'd be like, oh, man, that hurts. Richard Young, that guy needs to get fed. All right. KC Concepcion. He is a sophomore that plays at NC State. And I think it's comical now. You talk about KC being from NC State when you were just like hating on the ACC 2 days ago. The ACC isn't good. They're not that. They're not this. And then you're like, oh, this player from NC State's tight. He's from the ACC. Yo, so let's back up. So he's a wide receiver. He's out of NC State. He was a 2023 freshman of the year as a wide receiver. He come in like as a Kobe Prentice, like a wide type wide receiver, really fast, like a slot type wide receiver. Concepcion. And I gotta admit, like, so this is your homework assignment number 1, is for you to watch this young man's highlight tape. You will be really impressed. He wanted some of his highlights remind me of Noel Devine. Does anybody look? Jake Kish says that inside the comment box. Some of his highlights are incredible. Now Noel Devine was a running back, but this guy is a really, and look, you're like hyping up all the players coming in. Yeah. You know, I was thinking about, and I was thinking about putting a video together. Kalen DeBoer had a high hit rate in the transfer portal. Did he not? He did. He brought back Caden Proctor, Parker Brailsford, thank goodness. Did you see that Seth McLaughlin, he's up to win the Center of the Year award? Did you see this? Man, where was that last season? Quentin, what's up, man? I like that avatar. Chief 18 Wheels, what's going on, man? Appreciate you being here. Roll Tide Probs, what's going on, man? I appreciate you. Yes, the number 1 basketball commitment will be announcing tomorrow morning. It looks like Alabama's certainly in play. So we'll talk about that tomorrow in tomorrow's show. Your other piece of homework, okay? Listen up. So your first assignment is to watch KC Concepcion's highlight tape on YouTube. And your second thing to do, and I'm going to give you that assignment is due by tomorrow. The next assignment that you need to do, and this will be by the end of the week, is to figure out who you guys like as offensive tackle targets. Offensive tackle targets. If you can put that inside the comment box, T. There's a lot of offensive tackle targets. And the reason I mentioned that is not necessarily because NyQuil Bentrade hit the transfer portal or Miles McVay, but Elijah Pritchett and Wilcom Formby, if we stay in that situation and we don't see growth and development for those players, it doesn't matter who's going to be the quarterback. You're going to be in the same situation you were last year because you need help at the offensive tackle position. The offensive tackle position, it's scary. So for all you coaches out there, offensive tackles, let's see what things look like. James, what's up, man? Good luck to your Bulldogs in the tournament. You know, I saw Carson Beck. They're trying to get an update on him, trying to figure out the health status of him, you know, going into the playoffs. Jay Bake's 100% right. Concepcion's a slot guy, and you have Derek Meadows on the outside. That's why I was thinking, like, long-term, you get Caleb Odom, Derek Meadows, Ryan Williams. You know, maybe you get this Concepcion guy. I asked this earlier to the morning crew. I'll ask it to the evening crew as well. Out of the 3 wide receivers that hit the portal, type A for Kobe Prentice, B for Odom, type C for Law in terms of the biggest loss. Go ahead and have at it right now. I came to a conclusion that I'm going to go with B. Kimberly, what's up? I appreciate you being here. Isaiah Mendoza, what's going on, man? I appreciate you. CFB Probs, what's up, man? I appreciate that. CB. Okay. I came to this conclusion because I have a video coming later on. Oh, J Kish, you got it, man. Appreciate it. And I came to this conclusion that is Caleb Odom because, you know, I love Kobe. I used to call him Sticky Hands Prentice. And I know he had a drop or whatever, and he had some plays. But, man, the dude only got, what did he catch, 11 passes? He didn't get utilized. Kendrick Law didn't get utilized. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, do these guys, look, tinfoil hat, I have no intel on this. But, and I said this morning, so I'm going to say it again. And I was talking to T about this. Okay. If these wide receivers were sat down and they were like, listen, there's going to be a different quarterback leading this team next year. Why would, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't these guys stay? I don't, that's the one weird thing to me, because you know there's going to be a different quarterback next year. Isaiah, man, come with it tomorrow, man. You got some good names already inside the comment box. That was the thing, Lance, is like, look, no offense, T didn't play football, but T knew who Jalen Milroe was going to throw the football to. It was Ryan Williams, and shit, it might be a touchdown. That's just how it was. Dan Stevens, what's up, man? Appreciate you checking in from Oregon. Portland, Oregon. I love Portland, Oregon, man. What a beautiful city. Yes, I've been to Portland, and the only thing that I didn't like about Portland, and I understand every city is different, but like parking downtown, and parking downtown is difficult everywhere, but these parking meters were insane. And the company that I was working for a sister company. This company was Spark, Speed, Power, Agility, and Quickness, Reaction and Quickness. And they were located in downtown Portland, Oregon. And these people that were working at the office had to go out like every hour to go refill these meters. I'm sure it's a big city problem, but that's one of the things that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Other thing is the city's amazing. Yeah. So, and then we went to Eugene, the completely different college town, you know, and we went to Oregon's football stadium, really cool spot. All right, here's Alabama's wide receiver room. Okay. You lose Kobe, you lose Kendrick Law, and Caleb Odom. Oh, Patriot Life, man. Patriot Life always taking care. So Patriot Life donated 5 fan funder memberships. So you guys are now fan funders. Jim Montana, Sharp, Strider Gaming, Tenya, Jackie White, Josh 07. You've been gifted. Tell Patriot Life thank you. Appreciate you, Patriot Life. And we have a couple graphics that are being built and kind of a work in progress for how things will look like next year. And we'll show those in just a minute. And in the blue icon up here, it doesn't say transfer for Cole Adams. That means injured. And I know there's a couple other guys that are on the list. Actually, since I know you guys will probably want to see it right now, let me just show you the wide receiver room for next year. It's important to think about because we do have, KC as well. KC Concepcion is a guy on the target board right now from NC State, and he will be visiting this weekend. After visiting, I think it's Texas A&M that he's going to see. All right, so here we have on the board right here. This is the wide receiver room right now, okay? Concepcion is just coming to visit. He is not committed or anything like that. He's got Texas A&M and someone else. And Jay Bake, I know. This graphic right here isn't showing all the wide receivers. Here's a look at what the wide receiver room will look like next year, okay? Oh, I thought didn't there was a list of graphics that I had of the wide receivers next year. I think it might be on another tab. Let me try to find it, cause I did. It might be in this other one. Give me 1 second. That's yeah. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Because they're right. There's a couple other wide receivers that we didn't have mentioned. So here's the wide receiver room next year. What it could look like. Okay. Yeah, Nigel Tuggle, I saw that. He hit the transfer portal. He's out of Georgia. So you got Jeremy Bernard. We're unsure. And on this graphic right here, the graduation years are updated for 2025. So this is like next year, okay? So Jeremy Bernard, senior. Ryan Williams would be a sophomore. I don't want Ryan Williams to grow up. Right? Don't you? I want him to stay 17 forever.
Same. I know. It would be cool. And he's,
No, isn't it good? It's going to be so sad when Ryan Williams grows up.
Yeah, seriously.
Right? Man, did you guys see the tat that he got? Do we have a picture of that?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Williams got a tat with the script A. The only thing that I didn't understand, he's standing on top of a counter. It looks like in that picture.
Yep.
So here's the wide receiver room. Okay, so you got Jeremy Bernard, if he comes back, Ryan Williams, Emmanuel Henderson, Rico Scott, Cole Adams, and then additional names to know. Jaron Hamilton, Jalen Hell. And by the way, Coach Kalen DeBoer gave a really good update yesterday regarding Jalen Hell. And he said that while he's not going to be fully healthy to play against Michigan, he's on the right track in terms of his health and development. Remember, he suffered a major injury this spring, talking about Jalen Hell. Amari Jefferson will be a redshirt freshman, Derek Meadows, and then Latsier Brooks. Hattie Mae, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. No, the funniest thing was when we voted this year, right, on for the election, and somebody posted a graphic of Alabama's football facility, and everybody was gone, and it was only Ryan Williams because he can't vote. Remember that?
Yeah, that was funny.
It was the Will Smith of Fresh Prince, and you know when Will's like, it was the last episode. Yo, some of those Fresh Prince episodes they hit hard. Remember the one? Remember who watched Fresh Prince inside the comment box? Remember the one where in some of those were some tough episodes. He came and Uncle Phil and they had some powerful moments. Man, I loved Fresh Prince. So here's the wide receiver room for you guys to look at. All right, we talked about Alabama being in the Reliance Quest Bowl. Josh Miller in with the super chat. T, could you read that out?
Yeah, let me get back. Sorry, I was in camera.
You're fine.
Sorry, Josh or Jimmy?
It says Josh Miller. Yeah.
So Josh says, Kyle, I'm confused by DeBoer. Last year, he had 2,000-yard wide receivers and a 1,000-yard running back. And yet we didn't run the backs or throw to multiple wide receivers. Bama won't get top transfers because of this.
Yeah. So, all right. So two things. Number one, yes, Chief 18 Wills is talking absolutely. That episode where Will Smith's dad was supposed to come and see him, and he didn't. And then Will was like to Uncle Phil, he's like, why doesn't, that episode hit. All right, Josh, I don't think that Coach Kalen DeBoer has a quarterback right now that can run his system. I think that's what it boils down to. So I think when you look to the biggest question right now is, will Jalen Miller return? It's going to be a completely different offense. That's why I tell those wide receivers just to hang tight, right? Because the thing about it is, I think, number one, Nick Sheridan definitely in over his head. It was supposed to be Ryan Grubb, but this isn't the quarterback that could run the system. Now, Jalen Miller can operate based off his own athleticism, but it's not to what Coach Kalen DeBoer can really run. When Coach Kalen DeBoer has either Austin Mack, hear me out, I know that Ty Simpson's here and Dylan Lonergan, those are not Coach Kalen DeBoer guys. Nothing against them, but he brought Austin Mack in because I think that's more a quarterback that fits his system. Same thing with Keelan Russell. And when those guys come and when they start to operate the offense based on their own skill set, then you have more wide receivers eating, which allows for more running backs to eat, right? Think about it. Last season in 2023, Kalen DeBoer, just as you said, you had two wide receivers that caught for 1,000 yards. Some other wide receivers were eating as well. And you also had a running back who ran for 1,200 yards, right? So I think that's it. But in this particular situation, you take over and you have Milroe, right? So that was kind of the balance. Now, people have told me that Milroe's coming back. I still don't think so. Like I definitely just see him going off the board. You look at all the quarterbacks that are, on the board right now. We talked about this earlier. I think there's, a handful that would be in front of Milroe, but I mean, Milroe's Milroe. And in the NFL, they need quarterbacks. Okay.
There's another super chat from Jimmy Williams.
All right, you can read that out, T.
He's just saying if Concepcion comes to Bama, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So the main visitor this weekend will be KC Concepcion out of NC State. We have another video that kind of goes more into it, and your homework is to watch his highlights. How about this for a wide receiver? Maybe Ajay Hall? No, he tweeted this out. There was some kind of like best of that happened today. And on this is, I'm not kidding you. So Ajay Hall, who was arrested, I think it was at this year. Time goes fast. He had 40 pounds of weed in his car, and he got probation, right? And I think he went from Bama. Where did he go after Bama? Did he go to Central Florida? And he's still in the portal. So he's still available. T had forgotten about who.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the.
You don't remember Ajay Hall? This was crazy. Ajay Hall. This was a wild story. He was the guy who went to social media and was complaining about playing time when I think he was a freshman. And then he finally got on the field when John Mechie and Jamo got hurt. He went from Bama to Texas and then Texas to Central Florida. Yeah. And now he's back in the portal. Dylan's asking where Caleb Downs is going. I don't know, but if you play that NCAA football game, Caleb Downs goes in the portal after every season. Mm-hmm. And when I was playing my dynasty,
that's so funny.
At the end of the season, he transferred back to Bama. It was crazy. This is who we're hyping up tonight. Casey's Concept. It's not. I mean, is it not? I mean, we had this debate earlier. It's not French, right? Concepcion.
No, it's just Concepcion. How that announcer kept saying it like so exaggerated too.
Yeah.
Concepcion.
Casey Concepcion.
But he was saying it like.
No, I know he was saying on the back end, right? Yeah. Like Casey Concepcion. Was he?
That's how he was saying it. Yeah.
All right. Let me go over a couple guys that hit the transfer portal because this is wild. Can you bring up Tyler Van Dyke's?
Is he with some Texas school?
No. Tyler Van Dyke was a quarterback. Let me just hit on a couple things that they were storylines today.
I'm mixing him up with Finley.
So Tyler Van Dyke, where did he start out at?
Wisconsin.
No, he's at Wisconsin right now.
Okay.
But he was at Miami, and I think before that he was at Ohio State. So I think he went from Ohio State.
No, Miami. Right? No.
Yeah, so this guy's been everywhere, and he's back in the portal as well. Remember was it Nebraska? Was it Nebraska? No, where was he before Miami? He was somewhere before Miami, I think. Mike Madden, what's up, man? You're like, we're watching UG on TV thanks to Milrow. So he went from Miami. Oh, okay. So he went from Miami to Wisconsin, and now he's back in the transfer portal. Same thing with this guy. Now, this guy has racked up some frequent flyer miles. Okay, TJ Finley. All right. TJ Finley, was it Auburn first or LSU? Now, I think it was LSU, then Auburn, then Texas State, and then Western Kentucky. And he's back in the transfer portal again. So would that be 5 schools? I appreciate you, DM. Thanks so much, man. Man, that's racking up the transfer. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. TJ Finley's still, man, that's wild. You know what? TJ Finley was terrible this year for Western Kentucky, man. Hopefully he can improve, but man, that was just not it. All right, other things that popped up on my radar today. Did you see this? For everybody thinking that Ryan Williams is leaving. Oh, it's KJ. Thank you so much, Roll Tide Props. I think I said KC at the beginning. KJ. All right, we'll get it corrected. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's KJ. Yeah, but I thought it was. But I think his full name is Kevin. So Ryan Williams, did you see this? Ryan Williams got a new tat. He's got the script A. So for people, thinking that Ryan Williams is gonna go, he'd have to get that. That's a big tattoo. I love this. Look, this is the best thing. Look, Hollywood isn't going anywhere. Well, why is he standing? The only thing that makes me nervous about this picture is that he's standing on the counter. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what?
He's on the kitchen counter.
If you love Alabama, you get a tattoo of Alabama. He loves Alabama more than you.
So it says raw. I don't know if you can see that. and it's the Alabama Swift Day in the middle. And then when he turns, on one side it's Interstate 65, and then on the other side it's Jesus.
Oh my goodness, I love this dude.
I think that there's a lion in there somewhere too.
Oh man, holy cow! This dude is just.
He's funny.
And he does stuff that is just.
I wonder if he had to get his mom's permission because he's 17. You know?
Do you? Is that how it works?
You have to be 18 to get that year, right?
Oh man. Okay, so now they're saying it's KC. I'm pretty sure it's KC.
Yeah, I thought it was KC.
I think it's KC.
I'm gonna change it back.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, that was kind of the storyline of today. Look, I want to go over these were the only prospects that hit today. It was N'Keal Bentrade, offensive lineman, Hunter Osborne, and then Danny Lewis at tight end. All right. The thing with I said this about Danny Lewis earlier today. I think he got outplayed. He wasn't going to play. You look at the tight end room, he wasn't going to play. But this is interesting right here. And that's why I said you guys have to do homework in terms of a tackle. Because when you looked at transfer portal needs right now, I think you need a right tackle, a defensive tackle, inside backer, tight end, and I guess an offensive guard. But it's interesting that the first guy that looks like Alabama's, hosting is going to be KC, who's a wide receiver out of NC State. I didn't anticipate them getting a wide receiver considering the guys that are coming back, but here we are, right? Yeah, and Demetrius is saying raw. Jake Blue's like, wait, he's only 17? Yeah, I guess he did have to get permission, right? Wild. Man.
Became a member again.
Hey, Kiltag, man, I appreciate you becoming a member. Oh, I saw this too.
Oh, upgraded. Nice.
Oh, thank you. Kiltag, that's what's up. And then I also saw, Jaheim Otis, kind of going back to this first graphic over here with the guys who are, into the portal. Jaheim Otis will be visiting Colorado. So, and I think Caleb Odom will be visiting Ole Miss, or at least Ole Miss is in play for Caleb Odom. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Caleb Odom makes a visit to Colorado too. The quarterback was the same quarterback of Caleb Odom. Those could be things that you're looking for as well, right? So what to watch for over the next couple of days here at Bama Football on YouTube is what we're doing right now, literally in-house, is we're working on graphics to show you how next year's roster, when we look to kind of roster management, how it could look like for Alabama's team in 2025. And of course, as news happens, we'll continue to update these graphics. But here's a look at Alabama's quarterback room for 2025. And I think we have a few of these built. And again, it's a work in progress. So hopefully by the end of this week or next week, we'll have all this in play. T, will you read out Christopher Wisner's question, though, before I hit on these quarterbacks?
He's saying, serious question / opinion. You guys believe Saban was mad about Bama not making the playoffs and SMU making it, or do you think Saban was sincerely trying to get the point across about strength of schedule?
I mean, look, it was interesting because Saban is a genius. He's like a chameleon. When he speaks here in Birmingham, he has like no idea about football. When he's on College Game Day, he's the best analyst that there's ever been, period. When he's talking NFL draft, he's the best that there's ever been to do this job. I thought it was really interesting. On Selection Sunday, they had him in a crimson, like a crimson blazer, right? Talking Alabama football and kind of defending, I guess, the SEC. But he's right. The point is he was right on the fact that the College Football Playoff Committee is never going to be able to get it right because of the parameters that they're trying to force teams in. It's not the best 12 teams. It's not. It's like the best 8 teams and then forced conference champions inside. There's no way that you, like, a Kiwi is Boise State, and you're ranking that against an orange from, the beautiful SEC. You see what I'm saying? It's a potato. You have a potato in an orange, and you're like, here, like, figure out which one is better. Well, better for what? Mashed potatoes? Or better for, a nice little snack? So that's where it gets confusing. Anyways, appreciate the question. 2025 quarterback room, and again, we'll build this out for all of the positions going forward. Ty Simpson coming back. I still don't think he's thrown a touchdown here, right? During his career, I don't think he's thrown a touchdown yet. Dylan Lonergan, talked about him many times. Austin Mack, who followed Coach Kalen DeBoer, and then Keelan Russell, who just signed, 5-star, right? No, Chris, I don't think that Saban cares if Alabama makes it or not. I think he's going to, he's a fan of Alabama and the SEC, but I don't think he cares. But the university is still paying him, right? $500,000 and 1 cent, isn't it? Or 3 cents a year. Here's the Alabama running back room right now. This is a healthy running back room. This is why you didn't need that guy who ended up flipping back to Michigan State. A.K. Deere, Kevin Riley, Daniel Hill. Somebody said today that Daniel Hill had hit the transfer portal. He didn't. Richard Young, please stay. Justice Haynes, please stay. Jan Miller, please stay. Kiltack in with a super. T, we read it out.
Yeah, Kiltack saying the college football playoffs is now the college football participation trophy. SMU, Clemson, Indiana, Boise State, Arizona State, and maybe even Penn State should not be in the playoffs.
100%.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, India. You know which team we're not? I'm not mad at really any team because the system is broken. But you know what team that people really aren't talking about is Indiana. They didn't play anybody. Indiana didn't. You think about this. If you really want to get pissed off, Indiana played one top 25 team this year. One team, and they lost. And they're in the playoffs. And now you have the Indiana State Championship between Indiana and Notre Dame. I guess I'll watch that. By the way, the first round matchups are all supposed to be blowouts. All right, here you go. The Alabama tight end room. This is what it looks like right now. You have a lot of guys leaving the tight end room. You really do. That's why I put maybe you take a transfer. CJ Dupree, he's out. Robbie Oots, he's out. Danny Lewis hit the portal. Josh Cuevas, baller. Jay Lindsey, I think he'll be good. Ty Lockwood, haven't seen too much of him. So when you look at the tight end room for next season, this is how it looks. Josh Cuevas coming back. He'll be a senior. Jay Lindsey, Ty Lockwood, Caleb Edwards, who's a 4-star recruit, and then Marshall Pritchett. This Marshall Pritchett guy, I'd be curious to see if he stays at the tight end position or they move him to wide receiver. He's good. He's about 6'6". I don't know if he's like the sleeper of the class, but I like his tape. So anyways, that's kind of what we're working on in-house, is kind of showing you, what the roster could look like going forward. And we'll continue to work on the in-house graphics based off a really impressive class of 2025. I mean, Alabama, finished number 2? Yeah, I think On3 still has them, as a number 2 team in the country. All right, a couple more things before we get back to the Simpsons and between Dallas and Cincinnati. Coach Kalen DeBoer last night spoke to the media, and he said obviously that he's disappointed that they weren't one of the 12 teams. He said what you're supposed to say, but I think, one of the things that he also said was that they shouldn't have put themselves in that position. And absolutely. I think that when you lose, and I put this out there, look, and I'll ask it again. Can you go ahead and vote for A, B, C? And if you think it's all of them, put D, I guess. But they put themselves, oh my goodness, Taylor is you dude. DeBoer is terrible. You know what, man? He's a wonderful man. He looks nice. He's been getting a little bit more fired up. But I'm gonna say it, okay? I don't know if anybody said this, but when he talks, it's like word salad. It's just round and round. There's no clear cut point. He filibuster. It is like it. And we've seen it. Like, I see the analytics. It's just like straight down.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you, Chris, Saban is getting paid $500,000. So Saban is getting paid by Alabama, by the university, and he's getting paid by ESPN. Right, Jarvis? You know that thing where you spin your salad, like when you go to your grandma's house and you put the salad in?
Yeah, and then you like push the little thing down.
Yeah. And
it spins around.
Yeah. What? Do you see what I'm saying? And it goes like the salad goes around. Now imagine if you put a bunch of words in there and
and then you did it, and that's
you just kind of whipped it around. Bad Boy Automotive is saying he's a great coach. Yeah, and look, but in terms of like speaking, that's what we're talking about. But like, I think it comes down to a couple of things why they didn't make it. Number one, I think getting to point A, that loss to Oklahoma, oh God, it was gross. And it happened at the back end of the year. And they didn't put it together in terms of offense, defense. It was terrible. And it happened at the back end of the year. Inconsistency of the team. Were they going to be the team that beat Georgia in the first half or the second half team? Were they the team that beat LSU or how they played against Oklahoma, right? It's kind of up and down. I think the Oklahoma loss, definitely people were like, yo, they could do this in the tournament, right?
I think obviously we missed it because of the playoff format too. We were ranked number 11. I mean, that's the bottom line. And it's supposed to be the 12 best teams, but it's not because the conference champs have to get in. Yeah. So you have Clemson in, who's ranked number 16, and that they took our spot, not even SMU. If you want to get it that way. And
SMU ended up being in a better spot in the bracket, I guess, than Clemson.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but the playoff format that was it didn't, it doesn't bode well. So Alabama, as you know, will be in the Reliant Quest Bowl versus Michigan. I asked the morning crew this. I'll ask the evening crew this. What is your excitement for this game? On a scale of 1 to 1 million, just kidding. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your excitement level for this rematch with Michigan? And I guess I say rematch because they played last year in Rose Bowl. Now, the rosters, what would be amazing if some person was able to go through and showcase the rosters, the changes between the two teams. Oh, Mike Fort's a Michigan fan. I forgot about this.
I was about to say that this morning, but
yeah,
because he's always like 10.
Okay, so we got 5, 0, 1, 5. So maybe put that as a poll.
Okay.
I think Alabama. I saw Alabama was a 13-point favorite. Somebody said, I think that they were like 11 and a half or something like that. Either way, Alabama's favored by 2 scores. Mess is like world salad comes from tossing the salad in a bowl. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like, you put that stuff in there. What's up, Angel? I appreciate it, man. And Mess is saying, yeah, it's not okay, we just put in a poll, and it says, what's your excitement level for this Alabama-Michigan rematch? And the two teams met, they met in 2019 and they met in 2003. Yeah, Quentin, Army is a conference champ. And Army takes on Navy. I guess we'll talk about that this week too.
That's interesting, I guess.
And then I guess we'll get into who's more Army or Navy. I mean, I think I might be more Army.
I think they matched the games up you can see how they did it. It was like purely for ratings. Like, I don't even think it was really about standing.
No.
And then
what they did on these playoffs when they were doing the bracket was how they didn't show you 11.
Yeah.
Remember how we thought? Yeah.
To 13. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. See, a lot of people aren't going to have an interest level at all. DK, appreciate. Damn, 20 fan funders?
Thank you so much.
Whoa, DK, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
And Mike Fort becoming a Bama football member. I love it.
Well, that should take you through the we'll pull the Reliant Quest. Well, it was better when it was the old Outback Bowl, right? Because you would have had James Berna being from Australia playing in the Outback Bowl. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I'm kind of more an Army guy, I think, than a Navy. I didn't really think about this up until now, but I think I might be pulling for Army. We'll see.
Yeah,
Man,
I am.
Look at all these fan funders. Damn, 20 Patriot Life and DK taking care of people. I appreciate it. What's the early take on this game?
Mid.
Yeah, kind of.
Mid
Damn,
wow, kill tacking.
Kill tack. What? Yeah, I appreciate
awesome.
it. Thank you so much.
So 22% are saying high excitement, 36% saying mid, 19% saying low, and then 23% could care less. Not even going to turn it on.
I think you'll turn on. You know what? You know how I'll make these ratings high right now for Alabama, Michigan. You know how? You start a different quarterback for Alabama. I'm serious. Look, because I think fans are so done with Milroe at quarterback, and this has nothing against his character or anything like that. They're ready to turn the page, and I think I would imagine he comes back because of the competitor that he is. But I think that fans will just be like, damn, we already seen this. And we're not. Alabama fans have accepted the playoffs, but they want to get to 2025. And a good way to start 2025 is to start with another quarterback. I don't think that happens. But, oh, man, Jarvis brings – I would have loved to see – that would have been way more – Alabama versus Miami or Alabama versus Colorado would have been – you know what would have been the worst one was it would have been Alabama versus Illinois. Yuck.
Ugh, yeah.
Right?
Hey, Bad Boy Automotive is saying they need prayers for their mother right now, or mother-in-law, I guess, because she's in the ICU and she's a huge Bama fan. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Prayers out to your mother-in-law. Yeah, I hope she does better. Keep us posted within the next couple days if you can. We appreciate you guys. All right, fam. Well, I just wanted to jump on tonight, wrap with you guys for a little while. Remember, my normal show is Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And I understand that, probably some of you can't make it because it's during the working day. And, I understand how it is. But I think going forward, what we want to do is add a couple shows in the evening time as well, kind of mix it up and kind of get in with the evening crew. So, and considering there's a lot to talk about regarding the transfer portal. And of course, like when mega news happens, think Bama Football on YouTube. I'll have a video. I have another video coming up at 9 p.m., kind of a video talking about Caleb Odom and kind of wondering, like, what was the real reason he left? Because you got to think somebody like that with another quarterback being based on his skill set, Ryan Williams, Caleb Odom, Derek Meadows. I mean, I think those guys could absolutely feast. T, could you read DK's super?
He's saying, imagine how Clemson feels when the ACC and you get privilege of traveling to Texas.
Well, and that's the other thing, too.
Yeah.
Is that this is what made me mad about this whole selection process is I'll never stop talking about this. Alabama beat Georgia and South Carolina, the two teams that beat Clemson, and Clemson beat SMU. But I think the way that they looked at that end SMU and Clemson game was basically a tie, which is trash because one team won and one team lost. But you know who didn't want Alabama in as well was Dabo Swinney, because Dabo came, the first thing that he said was he was like, SMU's a playoff team. JTL went to Super T.
He's asking if we can get a Bama's burning for one time. He says he loves the show but hates Bama.
Kyle, can I get a Bama's burning? Yeah, I guess. Look, you get a Bama burning when we get if a running back hits the transfer portal, we'll do a Bama burning. We'll think about doing it on the thumbnail. All right, deal.
But thank you.
But it's got to be like a big time running back. All right. Right now, you know what? Look, now like this is fact. I think how many's on the screen right here? What is it? 10 people
10,
have?
yeah.
Okay. So, but I think LSU has 11 that hit the transfer portal.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that said that.
So I think LSU still smoldering from Brian Kelly. He has the best press conference. He is so emotional. Oh my God! Every single press conference that he does, it's like
he's so emotive.
No, it's like it's like it's just emotional. Kalen DeBoer is the complete opposite. Lane Kiffin is exactly like Coach Saban. Even the way he does his arms and the mannerisms and all that stuff, he's like exactly like Coach Saban. All right, fam. Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Central Time, Bama Football on YouTube. 9 p.m., I got another video dropping. I appreciate you guys watching. And that's kind of what I'm wondering, man. Does Caleb Odom know something that we don't? I don't know. 9 p.m. that'll drop. I appreciate you guys. Have a good evening. Go watch that Simpsons football game. I'm going to go check it out on the back end. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support tonight. We'll catch you back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I love you guys, and I'll catch up with you guys.